Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day. It's a bit chilly, but we are here managing ourselves and just being here, waking up. This morning, God has allowed us to wake up this morning. God has allowed us to wake up this morning. I just want to say good morning, rise and shine in the chat box. Rise and shine. Maybe you can also do the same so we can be able to greet one another. Just good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is the 11th with just 2 days to go towards Zambia deciding to vote. And I'm one of those people that people in Chiranga South are going to vote for. So I just say good morning. And today is just something that has been, getting in my head and just saying, wow, from potential to purpose. And this is what 90 days outside my comfort zone has taught me. Tuesday, 11th of August, we are here with the Free Mentorship Academy. Those ones who have been following me, they know that I have been on this platform for the last 5 years, every Tuesday, without fail. Every Tuesday. Last week, it was a mad space. We had the show and everybody and everything was just getting hot. And, we couldn't join, last Tuesday, but I put up posts for that Tuesday that enabled me to just be consistent in the things that I do. So this is why I am here today. My name is Dr. SunshineSylvia Bwalya Mutale-Mwansa. And I just say good morning, everyone. I'm a specialist in mindset change, transformation, in productivity activism, and in community activism. So this space that I've been in the last 90 days has been really outside my comfort zone, and I've learned many lessons. So today is a very special morning for us. Very, very special morning for us. And 90 days ago, I stepped into a world I had never experienced before. I did step out into a world I had never experienced before. And this is why I am here today, making sure that what I'm doing today, is simply something that is outside my comfort zone. So I entered politics. In fact, my space has been that I was not a person who has really been a politician. I've been an entrepreneur and a service person for the last 40 years of my adult life. But this time I did enter politics. I had never been a politician. I had never run a political campaign. I had never contested an election apart from the service organization that I have been, where I was elected, in those various positions, and also being the first woman of color to have led Lady Seco International. That was the election in service organizations. But I knew one thing: I had something to offer. Even if I've never been a politician, I had never run a political campaign, I'd never been in a political contest, to be elected. I knew I had one thing. I had something to offer. I had my experience, I had my skills, I had my voice, I had my passion for people, I had decades of lessons from leadership, business, training, coaching, and community service. And above all, I had a purpose. So I stepped forward. And 90 days later, I can tell you this: I am not the same person who started this journey. Tomorrow, Zambia votes. But this morning, I don't want to talk to you only about elections. I want to talk about life. Because something listening to me, someone somewhere listening to me this morning is somebody with potential who is afraid to take the next steps. Who is afraid to take the next steps? Somebody is saying, I have never done it before. My question to you is, so what if you have never done this before? If you've never done something before? So what? There's always a first time. You don't always have to know the whole journey before you start. Sometimes you simply have to recognize what is already inside of you. Take the first step, learn as you go, and allow your potential to meet your purpose. This is why this morning my topic is from potential to purpose. From potential to purpose. And this is one thing, being in the world where people say Zambia has got potential. Zambia has got potential. So this is probably can also relate. How can Zambia come from potential to purpose? How can Chilanga South with potential to service people now be of purpose? So from potential to purpose. What 90 days outside my comfort zone taught me. Lesson number 1, potential is not enough. Activate it. Potential is not enough. You must be able to activate it. All of us have potential, but potential sitting unused cannot transform your life. Potential sitting there where you are unused cannot transform your life. You can be educated and remain stuck. You can be talented and remain unknown. You can have brilliant ideas and never implement them. You can have contacts and never build relationships. You can have experience and never use it to solve someone's problem. Potential only becomes powerful when it is activated. Potential becomes powerful when it's activated. So for many years, I have talked about mindset change, productivity, people development, entrepreneurship, leadership, and wealth creation. Then came a moment when I had to ask myself, can I take everything I have taught and apply it, in an environment completely outside my comfort zone? That environment then was politics. That environment was politics. And suddenly my classroom was no longer just a training room. My classroom became the community. The roadside became my classroom. The market became my classroom. Churches became places of listening and learning. Homes became meeting rooms. Young people, women, farmers, marketeers, and ordinary citizens became my teachers. I discovered something important. Your skills are transferable. Your skills are transferable. Don't keep them to yourself. Your gift may have been developed in one environment, but your purpose may require you to use it somewhere completely different. Completely different. So ask yourself, this morning, what do I already have in my hands that I am not using? Don't keep waiting for another qualification. Don't keep waiting for somebody to discover you. Don't keep saying, one day I'll do it, because tomorrow never comes. Take inventory of yourself. What can you do? What can you do? Who can benefit from it? What problems can you solve? That is where potential begins to move, moving towards your purpose. Moving towards your purpose. And what did I learn? My second lesson is purpose will take you outside your comfort zone. Purpose. And be careful of your purpose, because it will take you outside your comfort zone. And my second lesson is this. Purpose is not always comfortable. Sometimes we think that when something is our purpose, everything will fall neatly into place. Hell no, it doesn't. Purpose can stretch you. Purpose can inconvenience you. Purpose can humble you. Purpose can put you in rooms where you are the beginner again. And I can tell you, purpose will take you into rooms where you are the beginner. And this is so true. This is so fantastic. When I think about it, people came knocking on my door who I've just been seeing me around. They are my neighbors. They sell on the roadside. They own small businesses there. And together, they came to knock on my door. Madam, as we have got experience, we are so lucky that you are standing here. We have got experience because we've been doing this since 2011. I said, oh, wow, teach me. So I was a student, have been a student since 24th of May. I have been a big student. So purpose can put you in rooms where you are the beginner again. Imagine having years of professional experience and suddenly entering a field where you are a newcomer. That requires humility. I had to learn. I had to listen. I had to ask important questions. I had to ask those questions. I had to ask several questions. I had to understand communities differently. I had to organize people. I had to mobilize resources. This has been one of the hardest things that I've ever done. I thought Lady Seko and Agora taught me how to organize resources because I had a product, to sell, to the community, but I had me to sell to the community. So I had to mobilize those resources that have been hard. I had to deal with disappointments. And this disappointment has come where the people you think are your closest people, everyone does not want to get involved in politics. So you have to find other people, other partners, other stakeholders from the communities where you live to help you manage this. So I had to deal with a lot of disappointments. I had to work with different personalities. I had to keep going when resources were limited. And this has taught me that not everything is about resource. Not everything is about money. People can listen to you even when you've got money. One thing that delighted me the most when I was asking, when we were training the polling agents, I asked them, are you here for money or are you here to make me change your lives together? Can we change somebody's life together? Are you here to volunteer? Are you here to make things happen? And I actually said, whoever is not ready, politely and really knowing what they have put in and appreciating their value, I said, if you're expecting more than what I can, what I can give you, I would simply say, thank you very much for the journey. We'll meet. I know you're going to vote for me. But if you think that one day of 13th being, around me for almost the 24 hours is not part of your passion or your intention, you are free to leave. And I'll appreciate you because we've come this way. And guess what? Everyone said they will stick with me and raise their hands that they were going to support me. That humbled me a lot. And I owe it to the people that I am truly humbled and I am truly appreciative of the offer because people want change. People want a different kind of life. People want something different from what is there because I offered them that I was different. I'm a politician with a different angle in politics. And people have taken that word from me because I've shown them my life. I've shown them my integrity. I've shown them my trophies. I've shown them everything that I have, everything to prove my worthy, everything that I have shared with the people that are here to support me, to walk the journey with me. And this is what it has been. I had to keep going when resources were limited. And I can assure you that I was waiting on the phone. I will pray in the morning that may today be covered by someone. And for sure, every day, every single day, I have received something to carry on with my campaign. So this is beyond, and sometimes I would simply have to say, this is beyond my control. I leave it to God and I move on to what I can control. And that is mindset change. Mindset change is not positive thinking without reality. It is the ability to look at reality, accept what you cannot change, identify what you can change, and take productive action out of whatever you're doing. So when you find yourself uncomfortable, don't immediately run away. Ask, is this discomfort destroying me, or is it developing me? Is this discomfort destroying me, or is it developing me? There is a difference. Growth is uncomfortable. Learning is uncomfortable. Leadership can be uncomfortable. Starting something new is uncomfortable. But on the other hand, on the other side of what discomfort may be, the person you were always capable of becoming. It may be always capable of you becoming that person you've always wanted to be. And you may be asking, why this? And this is the third lesson that I've learned. People will teach you what the classroom cannot. And this basically is what the mindset change is all about. People will teach you what the classroom cannot. And it is called developing, something or using something that is beyond what a classroom is. We actually call it packaging common sense. So my common sense has gone out there, becoming my place of my journey. And this may be one of the biggest lessons from these 90 days. Listen to people, not just to respond. Listen to understand. When you sit with people where they live, you see it differently. You see life differently. I have listened to stories about unemployment. I have seen poverty. I have heard concerns about roads, water, infrastructure, security, and opportunities. I have spoken to young people with skills, but nowhere to apply them. I have met women with ideas, but limited resources. I have also discovered tremendous potential in people. I saw tailoring skills in one of the things that I have been saying. I've seen tailoring skills. I saw entrepreneurial abilities. I saw young people who can entertain. Oh my goodness, this I was even saying, because this is my area. I've been telling them that if I was not in this privileged position, I would be in entertainment. I would be dancing, all around. So we've been playing in the campaigns. We've been dancing, and we've been all those hugs and kisses. Oh my goodness, just been so awesome. And you can't even believe how warm these people are. It's been something that really has touched my heart. So I was saying, when we got entertainment, when we are doing these town halls, we are going to be having our own entertainment. All it needs is for me to just get a uniform, brand it, with whatever I'm thinking in developing these things. I've got my plans. I have been writing everything every day. I've been writing whatever it is that I need to do. To just organize myself with my people. So I saw entrepreneurial ability. I saw young people who can entertain. As I said, I saw people who can trade. And this trading, when we go to meeting people, they come with cooler boxes, and they, because they can't leave them by the roadside. So they come to listen. They come with their trading things. And at the end of the day, you don't even need to go to the market. You've got tomatoes around you. You've got fish around you. You've got, all these things around you. So it also has been an opportunity for me to interact at that level. So I saw communities full of ideas, and it confirmed something I have always believed in. Our people are not empty. Sometimes what is missing is an environment that allows their potential to become productive. Leadership, therefore, is not about arriving with all the answers. Leadership is about asking, what do you already have, and how can we help you build from there? And this is also relates to mindset change because of those three questions. What are you good at? What are you good at are your strengths? What would you like to change? The things that are your weaknesses. Where do you want to go are the opportunities. So these are the simple questions that has also enlightened me on just saying, what do you already have and how can we help you build from there. That principle applies everywhere. It applies in your family, listen. In your family, listen to it. In your organization, listen. In your business, listen to your customers. In leadership, listen to the people you serve. Sometimes the solution you're looking for is already sitting inside the person you have never taken time to hear. And I have had so many opportunities opened up just because of interacting with the people. So, lesson number 4, challenges must become solutions. This has resonated just with my kind of training that I've had, and especially during my doctorate and even the MBA. These are some of the things that we talk about. Challenges must become solutions, and we must see the gap. And the gaps have been there. We've been seeing them. We've been seeing them in the gaps. So how can those challenges become solutions? The campaign has also reminded me that campaigning is easy. Problem solving is harder. Campaign is easy. Problem solving is harder. But productive people must become solution-oriented people. Every challenge should provoke some questions. What can we do? What can we do? What resources do we already have? Who can help? What partnerships can we create? And these partnerships is what has made me to interact with stakeholders in the community for the partnerships that we can be able to create. What skills is missing? What skill is missing in the people? What can we start with today? And this has really opened I said, since I'm a trainer, there are some things which we can start immediately. We just need to get organized, and I'm here to impact that, that journey. This is why I teach this mindset change. A poverty mindset does not only mean lack of money. Sometimes poverty begins when we stop seeing possibilities. A productive mindset asks, what can I do with what I have? Where am I while I work towards what I need? That is how opportunities are created. That is how businesses, begin. That is how communities develop. This is how people move from dependence to productivity and eventually towards wealth creation. These have been my campaign messages as I've been going there. We must train ourselves to move from problem to possibility to planning to productive action. This is the journey that we all need to undertake. Don't become an expert at describing your problems. And this is what puts us back as a country or as Zambians. Don't become an expert at describing your problems, sharing negativity. Don't be that person. Become skilled at developing solutions. Then together we win. Lesson number 5, the journey must transform you. Here is perhaps my most important lesson. Never go through a major experience and come out exactly the same. Then you have missed the lesson. After these 90 days, I ask myself, what have I learned? What relationships have I built? What assumptions have changed? What strengths did I discover? Where did I make mistakes? What would I do differently? What did people teach me? And most importantly, who have I become? Who have I become? Life cannot only be measured by outcomes. Sometimes we become so focused on winning that we forget about becoming. Of course, we should pursue results. We should prepare to win. We should work hard. But there's something that nobody can take away from you. The person you become during the journey. That is why I say, whether something works immediately or takes longer than expected, don't waste the experience. So, extra with the things that I have learned. Build the relationship. Keep the skill. Correct the mistake. strengthen the mind, then move forward. And this is why we are saying from potential to purpose. So how do we move from potential to purpose? And I leave you with 5 questions this morning. 5 questions this morning. What is in my hands? What is in my hands? Or what is in your hands? What skills, what experience, relationships, and abilities do I already possess? What is in my hands? Number 2, what am I afraid to start because I have never done it before? What am I afraid to start because I have never done it before? What problem around me can my skills help solve? What problem around me can my skill help solve? What is this lesson of my life trying to teach me? Who am I becoming through this journey? Who am I becoming through this journey? And write those questions, down so that you can be able to use them one of these days. Don't just listen to Dr. Sunshine this morning. Do something. Because mindset change must produce behavioral change. And behavioral change must eventually produce results. And in closing, tomorrow is 12th August. I will stand at the end of this extraordinary 90-day campaign journey, knowing that I have stepped forward. I have tried. I have learned. I have listened. I have stretched myself to the limit. I have discovered new possibilities. And I used what was in my hands. I have used what was in my hands. Then, on 13th of August, the people will make their choice. That part belongs to them. And ultimately, the outcome belongs to God. But there is one outcome I already know. I have grown. And whoever stands up to enjoy this part of the journey, to enjoy any election at whatever stage you are, is a winner. So I am already a winner because I have grown. So today, I challenge you. Don't die with your potential. Don't allow fear to keep your gift hidden. Don't wait until you know everything. Just start. Keep outside your comfort zone. Take your skills with you. Listen, learn, solve problems, serve people, and allow your potential to find its purpose. Because there is enough opportunity for each one of us to make a difference. And those ones who know me for a long time, there is enough for everyone. And this, Dr. SunshineSylvia, Bwalya, Mutale-Mwansa, and on the ballot, it's simply Mutale-Sylvia B. And over the 90 days outside my comfort zone, my message to you is simple. Your potential tells you what you can do. Your courage determines whether you start. Your mindset determines whether you continue. And your purpose determines why it matters. Mindset change is possible. And remember, as we go out there, take a moment to just make sure that what it is that you want to do will be able to be done. And for my people in Chilanga South, I thank you for walking the journey with me. Kalundu, Nakachenje, New Farms, Chilongolo, Mount Makulu, Chilanga. I thank you for being there with me, walking the journey. You have taught me lessons that I would have never experienced. So I just wish you the very best, good health, wake up early to go and cast your vote. Sylvia Mutale B is where I am. And for me, it is the light, the candle that we have to undertake. And I just humbly ask for your vote, and let's do this together, because Chilanga South has got potential. Now we are going to purpose why we are in Chilanga South. So thank you so much and enjoy your day. May God bless you today and always. Thank you, thank you, thank you.